Look at the case in Abia. There are so many states in the federation. Kwakwaso versus Gaduje, Theodore Oji versus Oji Uzokalu. So all of them, so on and so forth. The truth of the matter is that we must get our heart right. Let's allow the process to run. If the process runs smoothly, for example, anybody can emerge from among the people. So it shouldn't be a situation where a governor will say, oh, this is my anointed candidate at all costs. That has repeatedly happened, and politicians, they don't learn. Look at the case in River. After 3 months, how is really unheard of. After 3 months, no matter what, that is why I still believe that the governor can manage the process. I know some people will phone in this morning and say, no, the governor should not agree. He should fight Wike. He should destroy him. He should do that. You know, there is an adage that when you are digging a pit for your enemy, don't dig too deep, because you never can tell. You might by mistakenly fall into it. So our politicians must learn. They must allow the process to work. I don't believe in political godfatherism, but from all indication, the way Nigerian politics is today, it's most likely going to live with us for a longer period of time.
All right, let's take a look at this one. Emefiele pumped 10 trillion naira into economy through quasi-fiscal activities. That's according to Cardoso. Now, we've had this trend of blaming predecessor, for instance, that they've not been able to act accordingly. And of course, that is not also different from what we're seeing in the CBN. And it appears that Emefiele is also paying the price. He's been in court in and out, and he appears not to be leaving the court system anytime soon because of the cases that we have the government bringing against him. Now, is this tenable from Cardoso? Because we are seeing that the economy is failing more, and we're expecting that Tinubu, who appears to have been a friend of technocrats, especially within the financial sector, many Nigerians were expecting that he would do something extraordinary. Do we need excuses, especially coming from Cardoso at this time?
Well, GBOLABO, apart from the issue of excuses, most often time we really need to reflect on so many things that has happened. What happened during the Buhari administration vis-a-vis the Emefiele headship of the CBN was an eyesore. So I don't want to agree that maybe the government is playing the blame game. We can't all of a sudden forget how we got to this level. That's the truth. We didn't get here overnight. We didn't get here in a single day. If Tinubu is a friend to technocrats, do you believe that the problem can disappear in 24 hours? Of course, no. It takes a number of time. That is why we have always said that any government in power must do and get things right. They must do well, act right, and formulate policies that will metamorphose into good governance. That is what we are talking about, because the action of today can have what we call a ripple effect on the overall nation. Look at what Cardoso said. Cardoso is just re-echoing the obvious. You and I knew that Emefiele Buhari administration destroyed the economy of Nigeria. The only luck that the Buhari administration is having today is that a party man took over from him. Apart from the fact that Tinubu is a member of the APC, he's also a party man. If not that he is a party man, of course, you wouldn't be getting on that you are getting today. Look at Uzodinma versus Rocha Sokorocha. They are of the same party. But the difference is clear. But Buhari administration is lucky, or Buhari as a former president is lucky that a member of his party took over from him. There are so many things the Tinubu administration cannot come out in the open to say. The Buhari administration almost destroyed the economy of the country. That's the truth. Do you know what they call quasi-fiscal economic activity? Economic activity that brings no profits. That is what we are talking about. Economic activity that does no good for the people. Rather than doing good, is now detrimental to the people. We were all in the country when they were sharing money up and down. The Buhari administration collected loan in foreign currency. Emefiele used our foreign reserve to collateralize those loans. At a particular point in time, we were given the impression that we have 33 billion US dollar in our foreign reserve, until JP Morgan came out to say that we have less than 3 billion US dollar. How did we get here? We can't forget all of that overnight. oh, the economy is crumbling, people are suffering, there is hardship in the land. Over two-thirds of the people are multidimensionally poor, according to report in Nigeria today. How did we get here? And you expect somebody that came into power in May to perform magic and let everything just go just like that? It does not happen like that.
Austin is
we didn't get here
it's
overnight,
mantra of,
and I do not think the problem will disappear overnight.
All right, but Austin is mantra of change now. If you're coming in to say that you have a mantra of change, you should be expecting anything that, of course, you should hit the ground running. But that said, let's look at Tinubu stakeholders agree on doctrine of necessity to hoist Akeredolu. It appears that Akeredolu is actually fizzling out from what you're saying. But then another concern is that is Tinubu the House of Assembly? Now, this doctrine of necessity, for instance, happened during the late Yar'Adua administration, when you had instances of doctrine of necessity on Goodluck Jonathan at that time because of so many drama and, of course, politics being played out to say that Jonathan is from the south and, of course, it's a northern, and there was a president then that Yar'Adua, who is late now, and as a result there was a lot of tackle. Well, eventually we have the doctrine of necessity coming from the National Assembly, but it took a Tinubu to enforce what appears to be doctrine of necessity in Ondo State, because obviously it means that Akeredolu is incapacitated. But the question is that all the time that Akeredolu was out of the Sunshine State, who pays for that time that was wasted in the lives of many Ondo indigents? A lot of policies could have been done at that time, but Ayede Adatiwa, the deputy, and of course the alien governor were at loggerheads as to who takes charge. And now the state was left in the dark for several months. And now you're having this going to happen on Monday, and the insinuation is that the House of Assembly is going to enforce this doctrine of necessity. Why do we have the sit-tight syndrome? Shouldn't Akeredolu pay for some of the time that he's left the people in limbo for too long?
Yes, I think the case in Odo is very pathetic and also very unfortunate too. It's not the governor's fault that he had to be sick and unable to recover fully even till now.
But he should make a decision. Shouldn't he have made a decision? Shouldn't he have made that decision?
We know Akeredolu very well. I'm just painting a background picture.
Okay.
Akeredolu is a man who believes in the rule of law. One of the most vocal governor while he was active before the sickness knocked him down. There was a time he traveled out of Ondo State. He was not sick at that time. He had to transmit power to his deputy. I can't recall the time, but I know he did that some time ago. But the problem we now have is that the sickness is becoming protracted. The honorable thing to be done is to transmit power to the deputy. Write the State House of Assembly, transmitting power to your deputy. Because as it is now, governance has completely collapsed in Ondo State for several months. A lot of politicians in Ondo State are creating tension, causing division in the camp of Akeredolu and the governor. Thereby, the State House of Assembly came up with frivolous allegations against the deputy governor to remove him so as to install their own candidate to pave way for a smooth succession process. You know, all the politics that is playing out in Ondo State is about 2024 because there will be governorship election in 2024. A lot of people believe that if Ayedatiwa is empowered to act as the governor, that will give him a kind of political advantage as to what happened in 2024. All of these are politics. I do not see the reason why a governor will be in Ibadan and still be governor of Ondo State, why he's not relatively okay in terms of his health. Power ordinarily should be transmitted. It's so shameful that we have to get to a level where the president had to be involved. Eda Fasuronti and Eda Olufalaye had to call on Mr. President that we are having a political quagmire in Ondo State that is seriously affecting the people in terms of governance. So the president had to wade in that, okay, let the National Assembly come no concrete evidence against the deputy governor as far as the impeachment process was concerned. So the next thing is to invoke the doctrine of necessity. Now, if you are invoking doctrine of necessity, you must declare the governor incapacitated. You know, this was also a similar scenario that happened during Yaradua. Why must people always invoke that doctrine of necessity? Ordinarily, this thing ought not to take time. This is your deputy. Akeredolu has problem with the deputy that served with him in the first time. Now you are having problem with your deputy again, which means fundamentally something is wrong somewhere. You understand the point I'm making? So I have said it earlier, it is not his fault that he's sick. Anybody can fall sick. But the honesty to be done is to have transmitted power to the deputy. I think this is also a clarion call for the National Assembly to come up with a way of legislative intervention that will give specific function to the office of the deputy governor. Because deputy governors in Nigeria are purely spare tire. That is why governors can relocate their office, governor can send them packing from their office, governors can say, I don't want to see you. He can go to a function with the governor, and the governor, you want to greet the governor will say no. You understand? Right. So we must have to look at the office of the deputy governor very well. Deputy governorship in Nigeria is just like a spare tire. You can drive from Ibadan to Kaduna. If your tire has no problem, you might not even know whether you have a spare tire in your boot.
All right,
so
Austin.
That's the way it works.
Okay, we have to pay this bill. When we do come back, we'll look at more and, of course, open the phone lines. Do stay with us.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Hi there, my name is Mercy Johnson Okoji.
My name is Joke Silva.
Hi there, I am Aproko Doctor.
My name is Chef Winnie, aka Delicious Food.
It's your boy Cruz with Joe. I love cooking.
And my choice of cooking oil.
And my choice of cooking oil is Power Oil.
My choice is Power Oil.
Use Power Oil. It's triple filtered. It contains omega-6 and 9, and it's fortified with vitamin A. Plus, it comes in different packs and sizes, so you can afford it without breaking the bank.
Power Oil. Hey, Power Oil.
Who is at the door? It's Santa!
Ho, ho, ho!
Children, are you ready to experience the best Santa party of the year? 32 FM Laughter Santa is back with more goodies than you can count. 23 days of fun, games, and gifts with 32 FM's Laughter Santa from the 2nd of December to the 24th of December 2023. Venue, Bond Mall, Olusoya Bus Stop, Ring Road, Ibadan. Gate fee, still 2,000 naira only. Time, 10 a.m. daily. For sponsorship and inquiries, call Sumbo on 0908 738279 or OI on 0813 125 1915. Beyond the Laughter Pack from Santa, there's also more on the Laughter Santa Raffle Show every day from 4:10 to 5 p.m. where every caller is a winner of super gifts like plots of land, tags, school fees, bags of rice, electronic gadgets, and lots more. Laughter Santa is proudly supported by Alleluia Oil, Right Food, Delight Chin Chin, Danabid Homes and Properties, RC Cola, Tiwa the Wise Monkey, Letty G Properties, Boom Drinks, iShow Gadgets, La Casera, Crunchy Cheese Balls, and Fan Milk. Don't miss out on 32 FM's Laughter Santa 2023. See you there.
Mọ́mì wa, kí ló ń jẹ́ kí tí oníṣokoléètì tẹ́ ẹ kò rí yọ̀yọ̀yọ̀? Ṣé yọ̀yọ̀yọ̀ látara mílìkì ni tàbí yọ̀yọ̀yọ̀ látara wàrà? Ǹjẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ wípé ìdá 20 tàbí jù bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ mílìkì ló ń bẹ nínú Milo Active Go? Milo, ó kún láti tẹ̀síwájú.
Milo!
When the big names talk, they talk to us. Join GBOLABO Famous Call and her team of panelists on the podium
by 9 a.m. every Saturday for a deep dive into trending political and social economic issues. For the top 10 banging songs across Nigeria,
Top 10 super songs across Africa.
the Top 10 Countdown is your show.
Saturdays 12 to 1 p.m. with Denike and King Kenny.
Getting a good deal is like finding money in your pocket when you need it the most. Sweet. You know that feeling, right? A good deal you don't want to miss this Ember period is 32FM's digital sales promo. Our love for you and your business has led us to create this chance for you to advertise on any of our social media platforms for 5,000 Naira only. To grab this offer, reach out to us via these numbers: 0703 476 7684 or 0810 067 2518. This offer is valid from November 1st to 31st December 2023. So, let's make this moolah.
Feel better about your life.
32 FM 94.9, the antidote to depression.
All right, it's right about time to open the phone lines and also take your comments on our social. Do remember, it's the Break It On People's Review here on 32 FM 94.9. And of course, the numbers to call into the program this morning is 070-550-949 or 080-970-949. And of course, you can also reach out through our socials, 32 FM 949 Ibado on Facebook and also on YouTube. Hello, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Austin. It's long I heard from you. Yes, I expected the Chief Fason Oti and Chief Olufa Salaye to intervene in the Ondo crisis. Unfortunately, the problem is above them. If you take it or leave it, I do not know whether you understand the Yoruba language. And you back call you Apata and you need for Apata Basi call you and you need for. So tell Kubara to take care and be careful. If not, we can remove him. Take it or leave it. Combating yes on Wike will not forgive him, even though Fubara has the support of the people of Rivers. By his nature, he's ready for a showdown with Fubara. Not even the other forum in Rivers can put sentences to him and be ready to Wike. Only the president can convince him to let sleeping dog lie. I'm John Uzo. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, John Uzo, for that. Of course, Austin, we do have one story. I wanted you to also look at this appeal court harvest of victories, especially for governors who are sitting, Bavari, and of course we have Ogun State, Abiodun. Now, the appeal court appears to be in the eye of many controversies, especially looking at the kind of judgment that we've seen in Kano and of course in other states. Now, what do we make out of this latest development, especially looking at election victory for them at the court, Abiodun, Bavari, Unwufure, Asani's election as governors? Now, what do we make out of all of this?
I think the one that is very controversial is that of Kano. It was controversial because what was delivered was different from the CTC that was later obtained, whereas CTC is supposed to be a reflection of the judgment that was delivered. It was Justice Adumie, the lead justice in the Kano case, that wrote a controversial judgment on page 69 of that particular document. On one hand, dismissing the election of Governor Yusuf, and on the other hand, upholding the election. The appeal court has come out to say this is a clerical error. If that is anything to go by, I don't think we need to look at it as a mere clerical error. It's deliberately mischievous to actually cause tension and crisis in the land. However, the case has been taken to the Supreme Court.
All right, Austin.
We run what we call the
appellate. Sorry, Austin, can you hold your thought a little bit? Okay, Austin, sorry, can you hold your thought a little bit? We have a caller. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Happy weekend.
Same to you.
This is John Oladiwaju from Adewo.
All right, John Oladiwaju.
The issue of Bara and Enrique is Godfather, as far as I'm concerned. They can know how to settle themselves if they like. So, because they know the arrangement is between themselves to know how to be doing reverse the treasury money. So if they like, they should settle. If they like, because the way they are doing the government is party government. So they just conspire together to make the people of the state to be suffer. Me, I will not be part of the people that we say it should be take it easy with Wike, because if you take it easy with Wike, it doesn't mean the people of the state will enjoy. If you not take it easy, it doesn't mean people of the state will enjoy. So those are this kind of party government they are doing in Nigeria. So let them settle themselves. If they like, if they don't like, let them continue their fight. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that. And of course, going straight to Facebook, we have Raja Afiz Abiola. Raja says, good morning, GBOLABO. About the issue of Akeredolu and his deputy in Ondo State. Honestly, I don't know why Akeredolu is incapacitated the Ondo State governance. I don't know why he refused to transmit power to his deputy, since it's not readily available at Ondo State this time around. And that's a question mark. Okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you loud and clear. Please go ahead.
Okay, this is Salat from Iwood.
All right, please go ahead, Shala.
Thank you. Let me say this. This is how we were telling President Muhammad Buhari when he newly came in 2015 that, they met bad economy for 16 years, that. And now we are telling us that same thing for President Tinubu, that 5 months. If 5 months things is as too bad as this, what do we expect in the next 4 years? Thank you.
All right, that's a question. And of course, we'll take another one here on Facebook. We have this from Okediran Babatunde says, dig into the past of any politician. They always have hidden agenda because they are out to make money at expense of the masses. Emefiele didn't start as such, but along the line, the greediness in him came to play. I wish Cardoso would do the needful to better the economy and stop complaining. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu used the power of government to fight corruption. Austin, you were actually going on with a line of thoughts before we had that call on the appeal.
Yes, the contention issue was only related to that of Kano. The case has gone to the Supreme Court. We run an appellate judicial system in Nigeria, which means that after a lower court, a superior court will decide. I don't personally believe that could be due to clerical error. What the rule of the judiciary allow is what we call the slip rule, which has to do with typographical error. Maybe you want to write wife and you write Wi-Fi. That is a clear typographical error. I don't think it's a mere typographical error for a lead judge to say in the same paragraph that one person won the election, and in that same paragraph, you are saying that another person won the election. I think there should be heavy sanction when this matter gets to the Supreme Court. The NJC should be involved. Negligence on the part of judges should no longer be taken for granted. That is my take on that.
All right, the numbers are still 070-55000-949 or 080-97000-949. And still on Facebook, we have this one from Adesi Bazologist. Says, the hypocrites are just deceiving themselves. Nobody forced Tinubu to Aso Rock. If he knows he cannot perform magic, other leaders can perform better. Tinubu is one of those that destroyed our economy, supported Buhari because of his desperate ambition, and never condemned Buhari but continued his bad legacy. Austin, do you want to react to some of these commentaries and, of course, the earlier question asked by one of the callers?
Yes, this insinuation by the people that when two politicians fight, maybe a successor and a predecessor, they always think that the people have something to gain in it. Politicians don't fight for the common man, no. They fight for their pockets. That is Nigerian politician for you. They fight for their pocket. I tell you, the clock is revolving. What Wike refused to take, why as a governor, he wants Fubara to take it. What Fubara is saying that he will not take today, tomorrow Fubara will want another person to take it. That is a typical character of an average Nigerian politician. As for the economy, well, the government should continue to work on the economy. There will come a time that excuses will no longer be tenable. But the truth of the matter is that a lot of economic atrocity have actually been committed in Nigeria that in my personal opinion, and if you know the trend, those things cannot disappear overnight. Before we can see some reasonable changes in terms of economic reform of Mr. President, it might just get to around this time next year, or by middle of next year, we start seeing some positive little signs of economic recovery. But I tell you, we didn't get to this position overnight, and we won't leave this position overnight.
All right, the numbers again are 070-55000-949 or 080-97000-949 for you to call in. And of course, you're still very much on Facebook as well. Our time is fast spent this morning, and of course, we have to leave the studios. All right, Austin, thank you so much for doing this with us this morning. It's been great having you on the analysis.
Thank you for having me.
All right, and my name is GBOLABO, Famous School. That's a wrap on the Break It On Papers review today on 32FM 94.9. And of course, you can join us next week for another paper review itself. Bye for now.